I know this is random, but I'm gonna do a blog about a dream I had because it was one of the weirdest dreams I've ever had in my life. Let's see how to start out. In my dream, I did not have the same parents as I do in real life. They were these really, really religious Christian people, like very strict. And we lived in this really weird neighborhood that was very, very crammed, like houses everywhere, but every house was right next to the other. And there wasn't any yards or anything. Right in front of the house were the sidewalks and then the streets, and then right across from the street was a sidewalk and then a house. And there was no yards, and there were so many houses, it was so weird. But we oddly lived, we lived in one of those houses. But I was graduating from high school, which has already happened in real life, but in the dream, I was graduating from high school, and my dad, my dream dad, the creepy one, brought me to this weird graveyard type place, and he gave me all of my my graduation presents up there on top of a hill. And then it was downhill that the graveyard started, but we were up on top of the hill. And so he left me there, and I started opening my graduation presents, and there was full of mini books that he thought I would like. They looked like classical books. And in it was a note. So I opened the note, and I laid it on the ground, and I was sitting next to it, reading it while also looking at other gifts. And in the note it said something like, right now you are breathing in this poisonous toxin that is on this card, or something like that. And I'm just like really creeped out, but the thing is, I wasn't actually breathing it in, because the ideal was I'd be reading it and it'd be close to me whenever, because it was on the card. So since I had it on the ground away from me, I was not getting poisoned or whatever, and so I tried to get away, but I didn't know what that was about. Turns out my parents were trying to do some really weird cultish sacrifice thing with me. They were trying to kill me so they could do some kind of religious thing. I don't know. Obviously it's not real Christianity, but in the dream they were a part of some weird Christian cult thingy. But and anyway, so I don't know why, but randomly in my dream it went from that to me being at the bottom of the graveyard, at the bottom of the hill at the graveyard or whatever, and my parents were coming after me trying to capture me so they could successfully kill me for their little sacrifice thing or whatever, because they realized I had survived. And so they got down there, and then I was struggling to get away. And it was one of those dreams where you can't really control how strong you are or how fast you are and all that stuff. And so I had a really tough time getting away from them, but it was kind of a blur, because like they were all disoriented for some reason. They couldn't get me either. But anyway, finally I started going up the hill. But the weird thing is, for some reason I was not running on my feet. I was on all fours, but on my back, and I was pushing with my arms away as if I was swimming this way or something, I don't know. And I was actually going really fast this time, and my dad came after me really fast, and I was like just going, trying to get away really quick. And I like kicked him away, and then my mom came and did the same thing. She zoomed after me, and somehow I still got away. And then I was at the top of the hill again, and I was going to run the opposite way towards our neighborhood, and I saw that there was already a hearse waiting at the top of the hill for me. For whenever I died, they were going to put me in a coffin and drive me somewhere. I don't know, even though we were already at a graveyard. That's one place my dream really doesn't make sense. But anyway, so I start running through the neighborhood, trying to get away from them because they're still after me. And then I go into I find a house, and I knock on the door, and luckily inside was some nice people, and my own real life grandma was in there. And so I was telling them what was happening, and at first they were like, oh, you're silly, it's, kind of thing. But that's all I remember of my dream. So I guess I successfully got away from my weird parents trying to kill me. that was about it. I don't know if y'all cared to hear my dream, but it was one of the weirdest dreams I've ever had. And it was way more intense and realistic than what I make it sound like telling you, because that really was one of the most realistic dreams I've had when it comes to detail and stuff. I could remember very specific details. There was weird parts where everything was kind of whoo, you know, but some details were very realistic, and that's creepy. Luckily, in real life, I have wonderful parents. They are Christian, but they're not like that, you know. But I don't know why I told y'all. I guess I want to document this because I don't want to forget this dream, because it was absolutely the weirdest thing. And I made a joke with David saying, maybe I meant to make a movie about it. I don't know. Stephanie Meyer got millions off of a dream she had that she turned into a book. Nah, I'm joking. I don't think if I ever wanted to have a project, it would be about that. It doesn't really interest me. But it does creep me out. But, maybe. Hope y'all enjoyed my weird dream. Also, I personally don't really believe in dreams necessarily having some kind of psychic type powers trying to tell you of the future or things like that. But I do believe that dreams can often tell you a lot about your subconscious and stuff like that. And I know that many dreams happen for absolutely no reason at all. They just happen just 'cause, and it doesn't necessarily reflect on what kind of person you are or things happening in your life or what you're worried about or anything. But oftentimes it does. So I thought it'd be cool if any of you guys watching this could tell me what you interpret my weird dream was about, what inspired it, and if you do believe that dreams tell you about the future or something supernatural like that, go ahead and tell me about that too. I'd find it very interesting. I just don't know if I personally believe in that, but you never know. So yeah, please tell me what you think my dream was about, whether it was, what do you think the things in my dream may represent? This would be fun for me, so tell me please.